Good evening, Blum here, playing World Tanks. I'm on the test server, and this in front of you, with a very tall mast sticking out the top, put some sails on this thing, you could put it in water, is the Kanonenjagdpanzer, and it's the new Tier 8 Premium German tank, and I quite like my German TDs, so let's take a look at this thing in a couple of typical battles. I'm not going to compile best moments from several games of how this thing is brilliant. I'm just going to play it, and as with your typical test server matchmaking, there's 12 tier 10s on the enemy team, so let's see what we can do. So I've got my regular kind of loadout, a handful of premium rounds, as well as the standard AP. If I hover over these, we've got the 90mm gun, 240 damage, penetration 212, so I'm going to have to aim for weak spots at these tier 10s. We've got the high explosive anti-tank as a premium round, so 250 penetration over the 212. I've got automatic repair kits and things on all the rest of this stuff. We've got some enemy tanks, and hopefully our AMX-50B is going to light something up for me to shoot at. I'm going to push up a little bit more. There's some pretty thick cover here. T49, I might get a shot at him, and this gun is pretty accurate. I think it's 0.32. I've lost a tank already. This might take a while. I might even speed this bit up until we get something to shoot at, to be honest. Well, it was a slow start to this game, but slow start, fast finish. Fingers crossed. So you've got a choice now at tier 8 German TDs. You've got this or the fairly old Jagdpanzer, the 88, and with its quick firing gun. Ooh, I critted him. Somebody else hit him really hard as well. I do not think I've been detected, not at that range. Wish I had 6th sense all of a sudden. That T49's been taken out by AMX-50B. Good job. Although he's not looking too healthy, our AMX-50B, to be honest, and he's probably going to get taken out. Yeah, you've got two different directions you can go. You can go down the 88 route, which is heavily armoured, 250mm of armour on the front of the 88, or you can have this with a 90mm gun and 30mm of armour. This thing does have a rate of fire though. My reload, 5.32 seconds. That's its strength, its rate of fire, so you've got to be a background sniper. I've learned the hard way, playing a fair few matches in this now, to, I'm not even going to shoot an E100 from back over here, to sit back and snipe. Everything, all these tier 10 games you keep getting into, they just wreck you in just a couple of shots. You do get a pretty decent hit point pool actually, 1200. Which is better than the Rheinmetall, also at tier 8, and it's not quite as good as the 88. I think that gets 1250, but it's still pretty healthy. I think it's even got more than the Jagdpanzer 2. Dropping tanks. There's definitely machines over here. Gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. I'm just gonna tippy toe back a little bit more. I do not need to get detected and shot at by anything, thank you. While we're waiting for something to happen, let's just take a look at this machine. It's like the big brother of the E25. It's got that look about it. That may be 30mm of frontal armour, and it is angled, so it's probably more like 42, 48 or something around the front with the angling. It's still not thick enough to stop anything from actually doing any damage. So with my 5.5 second reload, I can quite easily switch shell types and decide to maybe put some heat rounds on the E100 if I can hit his surfaces true and square. Is it worth shooting at him from this range? No, it is not. Like I said, I'm not going to compile, best bits of this tank for a replay. I'm just going to he's going to see me when I shoot. I'm going to go for his tracks. Fingers crossed we can maybe come on, detect him. Come on, fingers crossed I can track him hopefully. Hey, we actually did some damage. That gun was able to penetrate the front of an Object 268. It looked like it went in the lower plate. Let's see if we can get to a slightly more upper position where I can see quite clearly down this valley. Type 5's moving up. How good's your side armour? Pretty good. Couldn't pen it. Come on, come on, come on. My shot couldn't get over there quite in time. Never mind. Let's resume the position. I'm hoping that we're going to get, I don't know, maybe the Waffenträger Alpha 100 come down here maybe, and we can wreck him. He has no armour. That's when I wish I had some of these high explosive rounds. 320 average damage. Okay, let's see if we can get a shot on. Everyone keeps dying. Can we get a blind shot in? I'll put a couple over there. Scores a level. It's me and this Foch right here. We're together in this now. We are comrades in arms. It's Russian and I. If you're wondering on a test server, it tells you where you're from. After the name you get RU or EU. And look, my wishes come true. Once he goes on his reload, I can just... What? Keep him there. Didn't have to. Foch 155 takes care of it. Well, they have got 3 artillery. Hey, hey, hey. Come on. At that angle, yeah, I'm never going to penetrate the front of that thing, am I? Got to go for the lower plate if I can. Or the side. Let's try and track him. I'm going to have to switch over to the heat rounds, I think. Switching over to heat. Is he aiming at me or is he aiming at the Foch? Going to go for the upper part of the tank and just hope and pray. I guess if he's angled on the front, he's going to keep bouncing these. Hey, we managed to track him at last. Let's maybe go for the other track. Ooh, we actually did some penetration. We actually got some damage. I'll be rewarded for this because he is a tier 10. Got 5 of these things left. Nice, we squeeze out a tiny bit more damage. Now the only reason I'm still alive in this game is because I've hung back and I'm sat in a bush and I'm just sniping from distance. If his machine had pushed up, I'd be dead. I have no doubt in my mind that I would be dead if I had decided to move up at any point whatsoever. I've learnt over the 6 or 7 games I've already played in this tank that you just don't do it. Maybe a little bit if you're top tier towards the end of a game, sure, go for it, but you're a glass cannon and your cannon's not that terrific. It's just a rate of fire. You've just got to kind of, your job is to track other enemy tanks so the rest of your team can absolutely annihilate it. Once you've tracked something, yeah, sure, get some damage off it, but the accuracy of your gun and the rate of fire, you've got to put a couple of rounds into their tracks, bring them to a standstill, and then job done. Okay, so they've got both their remaining tanks are up on the... I should have done this a minute ago instead of talking. Both their tanks are over in the east of the map. So I'm going to go and try and do a bit of spotting because I'm a very low profile tank, and as you can see it's not too shabby on the speed front. So let's go and see if we can spot this Type 5 Heavy for the remainder of my team. Hopefully they're thinking, smart play. I don't want to crest that ridge too much because I'm sure he's got friends over the back. If I can find him. I think he's gone down the train track route. On the other side of the train tracks, and he's going to appear down at that little exit point that we get. Okay, I'm going to come up to this ridge. I've got binoculars, so I'm going to see if I can just... Hello. Could not penetrate the side of a tier 10 with my heat rounds, and that's really flat armour, you would think. Anyway, I'll get half those damage points for that. T62A. I can probably damage the T62A, but... Okay, I'm going to go for this. Hopefully artillery's watching. Maybe. Okay, I see the object. I'm going to try and push up, come to a standstill. Around about here. Let's just see if my binos detect anything. Hopefully I'm not being seen by artillery. Just pausing, letting my object 263 catch up with me. I don't want to go over there on my own. I need him there to pounce. Okay, pushing up. He obviously wants me to move in. He thinks he can see whatever I'm going to detect. Got to keep dancing now. They're going to be focused on me. Come on, artillery. Land a shot, please. Just put something in there. I'm going to do it again. T62A's over the back, right. They can one-shot me, these artilleries, so I've got to be really careful. We're getting some damage done at last. Can I get this kill shot off? Come on, reload. Did you see that bounce? Finally, we actually get a kill. Got to go for this T62A now and try and hurt him. Good job, team. We actually won that one on a tier 10 game. I'm absolutely over the moon, I've got to tell you. Because I found that quite difficult playing tier 10 games in this tank. It's just all too easy to get destroyed. We actually pull out a first class mastery badge. So how do we do on the team? My god, I came top. Well, I can't tell you how much that means to me. I'm absolutely over the moon. I came top in a tier 10 game in my little tier 8. Well, there we go. I wasn't going to show you a a replay where I'd done really well, and this is why it's a good tank. I was just going to play it live and let bygones be bygones. But there you go. 1500 damage done. How did we do? We did 28 shots, 23 direct hits, and only 7 penetrations. So that's playing tier 10 games for you. And managed to bring home 72,000 because it is a premium vehicle. Nothing else particularly on there worth noting. I did do 2,000 spotting damage, which is always going to help my score. Holy cow. Let's take a quick look at this in the garage. And I also, because I'm on the test server, was able to purchase the 88 Jagdtiger, because I don't own it in the live garage. But you've got this choice of 2 tier 8 premium tanks. You get 1,300 hit points on the Jagdtiger, 1,200 for the Kanon. The Jagdpanther 2, 1,150, and only 1,100 for the Rheinmetall Borsig. And I think that the Ferdinand had 1,200, so it's in good company on terms of hit points. It's just the armour, it's terrible, 30mm, whereas this bad boy gets 250 on this upper glacier, so you can really duke it out with this tank. This thing, yeah, glass cannon, you just got your rate of fire to rely on, and that's pretty much it. Obviously you're a bit stealthy because you're quite low to the ground, which is kind of a negative because you've got this really low gun. If you're in either of these machines, look how high up the gun is. You can just shoot over things so easily in either of these machines. It does kind of, even compared to the Rheinmetall Borsig, This gun is low. I mean, any lower thing than it is probably going to be the E25. Yeah, that thing's just virtually scraping along the ground. Like I say, big brother. Little brother. Big brother. So I found it quite a near tank to play, really. It's got an accurate gun, it's mobile, it's pretty quick. You just cannot get seen in it. If you get seen in it, you're in trouble. But luckily you've got the horsepower to get out of there. You've got 500 horsepower at 26 tons. When you compare that to the 88, only 700 horsepower with 74 tons. So it does weigh less than half the weight of the Ag Tiger, yet it's got more than half the power, if you see what I mean. So it's pretty mobile. As you can see in that video at the end when I went skirting off doing my scouting stuff, it was no slouch at all. So I like it. It's good. It's not terrific though. It's not like the E25 with the absolutely insane rate of fire that this machine gets, and it's so small, the E25, that a lot of shots miss anyway, particularly after the nerf we had a couple of patches back with accuracy. You know, you can get lucky in this thing and escape, whereas this thing is twice as big and it's not as fast. So I'd always go for the E25 over the Kanonen, but it's got a pretty decent gun, it's pretty accurate. Let's have another match and see if we can actually do another good result and just play the machine, see what happens. I'm probably going to get destroyed really quickly, and that'll be a nice slightly shorter video for you. What have we got? Wow, tier 9 game. I am absolutely shocked. Not had many of these. I'm not at the bottom. What have we got in the enemy team? There's one of these on the enemy team. I'm looking for the Japanese tanks and I can't see any. Nope. Have we got any in our team? This is a little weird, isn't it? There's none of the Japanese heavies. Where are they all? I think they've got their own matchmaking. So we're on cliff this time, so same thing applies. I've got a camp at the back and snipe. So I'm going to go over here to my left hand side here, go over towards the lower west hand, southwest corner of the map and try and camp up. See what we can pull off. Fingers crossed we can do something again. Okay, let's go. See, off the line I'm quickest. I'm beating the FCM. Let me in front, let me in front. Help me turn the corner. He took 5 hit points off me then. So there's one artillery to worry about in this match. I like those odds. Let's pull up. Cover a lot of the front of my machine up with this rock. Now I do get pretty good gun coverage. If you look down here, I don't know how many degrees that is. It's probably, I don't know, about 25, maybe 30 degrees of gun traverse. It's perfectly usable. You don't feel restricted by the gun traverse. I've got good gun elevation too. I think that went in, you know. I think that went in. Hopefully that rock is, maybe not, they might have seen the muzzle flash. Gonna watch the minimap on this one. Got a critical hit on the Tiger 2. Trying to track him out in the open if I can. He's going for the yeah, we actually tracked him. I think we tracked that guy then. Gun depression is not too bad. I'm not sure what the number is, but it's come on, where is he? It looks to be about 8, 9, 10 degrees gun depression. I aim down at the ground. That's it. It's not woeful by any means. That T-54 is being a bit of a pain in the neck to my comrades. Can I get a shot over this AMX? Come on, give me one. Just crest that ridge. The FCM's moving up. Now their cannon is over right on the eastern flank, on the other side of the lighthouse. Yeah, managed to hit the AMX 30. very happy to do that. These kind of ranges, I mean, his gun, look at how tight that reticule is. You're pretty much going to go to the crosshairs. Pershing's behind those rocks. The T-34-3 is just hanging back on the enemy team. So I'm going to not worry about him anymore. In fact, I'm going to move up this way a little bit. This seems to be where the action's going to be. Let's try and get up on this ridgeline and try and hit one of these, maybe that T-49 perhaps. See if we can get eyes on him. Come on. Stop teasing me. I'd really love to hit that AMX-30. Can I predict it? We are slowly winning this match. Gonna have to think about moving up in a minute to capitalise on this. Yeah, okay, I'm moving up. I think the enemy team is now going to be defending. Let's use the speed of this machine, see what we can get up to on the flat ground. Quickly up to 40 kilometers an hour at least, approaching 50. Can I get eyes on that guy? Not likely. Is this? I think he's this side of the lighthouse. No, he's on the other side. Come on, get up this slow terrain. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Would he dare come over? With all these tanks alive still? He might. Okay, let's try and get eyes on this Kanone if we can. And we've got very few tanks over the back here. I might go and plug this gap. It'd be nice to go up on that hill actually. Start sniping from up on top of that hill. Would be a good spot to take. Okay, let's try and get up here. Might have line of sight on that other Kanone, perhaps. Come on, gun depression. I can't quite get my gun down on that guy. Ooh, Centurion 7-1's pushed up. Oh, I can't quite see that guy. I'm kind of in a rock and a hard place here. Pretty sure I've been proximity detected, probably by the Centurion 7/1. So I'm not at all keen to go over there because he'll just run rings around me. In fact, I want to leave here and go and get with my team, I think. Look at the speed of that thing coming down a hill. I need to be with these guys rather than my own. Can I get over here towards the back and protect their flanks? And maybe even get a shot off at this WZ. Quite near the edge of the cliff here. Come on, where's that WZ? This is another very tactical game. The scores have now swung their way. I swear that Centurion 7/1 is going to try and come around behind. Really, I don't even really want to engage him until he's gone round and he's over there. If I can engage him here, he'll just probably repair his tracks and come and kill me. Oh, now I've been detected. Come on, rate of fire, rate of fire, rate of fire. Yeah, that's limiting his options. I'm now wondering. It's cool, they got the WZ. Where is that? Oh, he's moved off. Centurion 7-1's gone over towards the west. I feel like I want to try and get back to that original spot to, yeah, pinch on this Panther. If I can. Where's the Centurion 7-1? Has he dropped down into the gully? Oh, he's over there. I feel like leaving the Centurion 7-1 for now. assisting on the Panther in the Kanone. Oh, honestly. Come on, 5 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Come on, 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 I want to kill him. Okay, that's leveled the playing field. Centurion 7-1 knows I'm over here. What's his rate of fire like? I've got to get behind this rock. Nuts. Where was that Rhymotile with his big gun? That's just a normal game in Kanonen for you. Oh, I've got no armour. You're just a target when you're out in this thing. Everything can hit you and pretty much kill you. So the trick is, don't get shot. The same rule that applies to all tanks, except it really does apply really heavily to this tank. Do not get shot. Oh, I don't like the odds here. The Rhymotile's over there still with its enormous gun that can do about 900 damage in a single shot. Shoot the Rhymotile. Good job, Tiger. That's a real shame that the Tiger 1 got taken out then. Let's see what the T95 can do. He's all on his own now, but if he gets circle strafed by the 7/1, he's dead. Centurion 7-1 needs to back off, disappear, and just catch this guy unawares, or the Batchat's going to shoot him, isn't he? Oh, it's a shame it's a loss. Oh, there's the Batchat missing. Yeah, keep backing off T95. You've got to try and track that 7/1 when he comes at you. Well, I think I'm just going to speed this bit up because I know what happens, and T95 backs off, does get the 7/1, you'll see that in a split second, and then he starts heading towards their base, spots the French artillery, misses his shots. French artillery races to our flag, starts capping a few seconds before we can get into their cap, and so they're going to win it on the cap. And so there's the end of another kind of torturous game in the Kanonenjagdpanzer. How did we do? I got a 3rd class mastery. Hopefully we didn't do too bad on the team. Yeah, we came 3rd that time with only 749 damage done. Damage caused of assistance 996. I guess I was shooting... what was I shooting at? The Kanone, the Tiger 2, the AMX-30. Got a pretty clean hit into him just the once. To get a Panther. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why I've come up so highly on that scoreboard with only that much damage done and the spotting damage I got, but yeah, I'm not going to complain. You can tell it was a pretty naff match because even the winning guy on their team's only got 811 XP. That guy got Confederate. What did he do? Gauze medal. Drive an SPG and cause 10 times the points of your vehicle. Jeez. Don't often see that one. High caliber, and he also got Invader. Well done to him. So yeah, that's the Kanonenjagdpanzer. It is a good machine. I'm sure on the live server it's going to be much more potent. The accuracy of the gun, the rate of fire, the hit point pool it's got, it's up there. So will I buy one? I might buy one when it's on sale, probably, just to get that little bit of extra value out of purchasing one of these things. I do like my German TDs, and it does fit very nicely as a package. Where it loses out on the 88 stuff, it gains in its own way, so they're kind of chalk and cheese. If you prefer to be a little bit more chunky with a incredibly quick firing gun and be able to withstand a bit of punishment, but you're a bit slow, then go for the Jagdtiger. If you prefer things a bit more nimble and you've got to be a bit more careful with how you play, maybe a bit cleverer, far fewer margins for error with this tank. You've got to know your limits and what you can and can't do in this machine to get the most out of it and play with the team. Play with whatever's presented with you, make the best of it, whereas you can make your own rules up a bit with this Jagdtiger. This one you just got to put it at the back, generally speaking, to start with any match and snipe, and then make up your own mind towards the end, like in the first match. Going scouting with it is pretty effective. Anyway, that's my little look at the Kanonenjagdpanzer. Doing just live matches. There are no bells and whistles here, people. They're just ordinary games having in this tank, and I'm pretty pleased with both those results actually. particularly in the first match coming top. What can I say? Maybe I'm better than I think I am half the time. Anyway, keep your heads down, drink plenty of water, and I'll play tanks again real soon. Take care, bye bye.